This poem is for all the ex-ravers out there of my generation. It's called Back to 89 and I really hope you enjoy it. As they say, way back in the day, a generation captivated when we were young. Balearic beats were on our streets and we communed as a tribe and had some fun, chasing all-night parties and altered states. Curtain hairstyles, baggy clothing, smiley t-shirts, the acid house. It began in the summer of '88. Then the scene caught fire and it swept the nation. And every weekend with all our friends, we get loaded to the hilt, we had no guilt. We were the chemical, rave and dance generation. From Ibiza to Chicago, this sound came alive. From London's coolest underground clubs to the orbital raves around the M25. Secret locations in a hidden place. Biology, energy and sunrise. Enormous sound systems punching wicked house. And thousands of kids all off their face. Warehouse raves, clubs, outdoor venues, detailed flyers describing the menu. Top DJs from all around. Multicoloured lasers and 40k sound. Smoke machines and massive strobes, ultraviolet light and day glow. Aircraft hangars, large arenas. Dance podiums, fairground amusements. Not a drop of alcohol available. Just juice bars, water and Ribena. The crew's all going, that's for sure. So it's round to the dealers to prepare and score. Arrive at the do, join the back of the queue, or straight down the front for the chosen few. Swallow and pop the rest down your sock. Then you enter the rave entranced by the power of hypnotic beats. Hold tight, there's the rush and it all kicks off. You're in luck, surging serotonin. The pill's amazing, now you're coming up. All week you're earning for the weekend yearning. Now you feel fantastic and you can't stop gurning on top of the world and the dance won't stop. You've been greedy this time and you've double dropped. Walls of speakers and pounding bass. Brain cells melt and eardrums pummeled. Now the ritual of dancing, ecstatic bliss. Got your stacking boxes with your mates in the laser tunnel to Groove Rider, Fabio and Cole Cox. Paul Oakenfold, Rampling or Pete Tong. Wandering through the rave with your water in hand, asking strangers where you're from and what you want. California's disco biscuits, microdots, window panes and little white doves. We dropped these things to enjoy the trip and we came together and we fell in love to deep house garage sounds, iconic anthems, banging hardcore and techno trance. We were up all night, as high as a kite. The DJs took us on a journey and a trip through dance. Ambient sounds in the chill out lounge or the heavy pulse in the main room. When the sun came up the following day, we'd commune to the chant of one more tune. But then the rhythm, the movement had finished and gone. Fat chance you're going home, there's a carry on. Bollocks off your tits and talking shit. Well, we were legal to drive, but we really weren't fit. Driving back, seeing double with your mate's mixtape. Amyl nitrate and feeling great. Perhaps back to someone's flat you'd roam. For spliffs emulating traffic cones. Powdering your nose more down your necks. Some dude proves his skills on the Technics decks. But you had to acknowledge and at least confess the downward slope towards an unhinged mess. The inevitable fate of chasing fun around. Of course, what goes up must come down. But now life's moved on and we're middle-aged. And our kickers we've replaced with slippers and life moves on to a different stage. But the sun hasn't set, it does still shone. There's a renaissance in the scene and a carry-on. We have such fondness for these times and my attempt to condense it within this rhyme. But accept that deep within you'll know that despite the revival within the scene, it can never be like back in '89.